They just trying to make it home. She mad that I'm sending her off. I told baby girl so long. Roam like the city, man. SYNDI motherfucking Sports. March 6, 2026. 362026. You do the numbers, nigga. You hear me? We got a whole bunch of NBA. It's March motherfucking Madness, and I'm motherfucking mad. I really ain't mad. We getting money. We been winning, bro. We probably over 70% on all our choices. You know what I'm saying? I can't complain, and neither should you. Really, what you should do is follow lead. You know what I'm saying? But fuck all that small talk. Let me give you a real countdown. You already know. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. First best choice of the day. We gonna focus on this NBA shit. Bam Adebayo, 20 plus points. There is no Norman Powell today, so that's a higher ball usage for him. And they play the Hornets. Now the Hornets have been on fire. However, they've always had a problem with Miami because they don't have a high quality big. Bam, high quality big. As long as he gets to his spots, put the ball in the hole, and the game remains competitive, I don't see why he can't cover this line by the end of the third quarter. Other side of that spectrum, we're going to take LaMelo Ball, 15 plus points off. They have won 16 out of their past 20 games. The Hornets is the hottest team since the All-Star break and a little bit before the All-Star break. And that's partially because of LaMelo Ball and Brandon Miller, etc. I do feel like LaMelo Ball got the better matchup today because Miami don't really got no high-quality perimeter defense. So with that being said, I expect him to shoot that little weak-ass fadeaway from half court. He gonna knock it down on my life. 15 plus points off. And then our next game, we're gonna focus on the Trailblazers versus the Rockets. Kevin Durant, 20 plus points off. He leads his team in points per game. And even though the Blazers aren't that good, they are still only just one game behind the Rockets. And they're still in playoff competition. So the Rockets can afford to be lazy and fucking around and shit. So you can expect KD to get his points and get his ass on the bench. And that's the only choice I got for this game because Denny been selling, Shea Sharp been selling. I don't trust Jeremiah Grant, respectfully. But we still got some money in that game, and that's okay. Next best choice, I think this is the game of the night in my opinion. But we got the Nuggets versus the Knicks. Karl Anthony Towns, 9 plus rebounds all. He's covered 9 rebounds all 5 of his past 5 games for 1. And for 2, before they got into the NBA and college, during the high school basketball circuit, Karl Anthony Towns used to literally dominate Joker, and Joker knows that in his head and his mind. That's why Joker always go crazy on Cat. Just like how Chet always go crazy, just how Victor always go crazy on Chet, Joker always go crazy on Cat because he couldn't win when he was a kid, and now he gonna win now. So with that being said, Cat is going to respond by getting the ball off the glass, getting rebounds, things of that nature. Not saying he's going to get a double-double, but he's covered 9 rebounds all of the past 5 games. I'm just saying. Next best choice for this game, we are going to take Nikola Jokic. 20 plus points all. Case in point, what I just said earlier. It's a nostalgic trauma against Karl Anthony Towns. When they used to play during the 18 and under shit, they couldn't beat the Americans. And that shit used to piss him off. And now he in the league and he just been whooping all the Americans' ass ever since. He been whooping Karl Anthony Towns since the Timbs. When he won the chip on his head, and he about to whoop his ass again for the Knicks. So 20 plus points off. And then our next best choice is Jalen Brunson, 20 plus points off. Now listen, guys, we all know he's been selling. But this is the thing about the Nuggets. They don't really got high quality perimeter defense. Defense at the top of the key. P. Watson, he cool. Jamal Murray's a hack. You can't guard that man consistently for 4 straight quarters. And 20 points is well below his average, Jalen Brunson. So we're going to take him for 20 plus points all. And then our last game for the day for NBA is Kawhi Leonard, 20 plus points all. He cannot afford to drop in the West in the Western Conference. I don't give a fuck if they play in the Spurs. They're probably going to lose, but you can count on Kawhi to give his best efforts because they can afford to lose. Other side of that spectrum, we're going to take Victor Wembanyama, 20 plus points all. He is unstoppable. Cuz let me see a lot of it. My bad. Victor Wembanyama, y'all, is unstoppable. As you see, he just dropped 40 on the Pistons. With that being said, there's no reason why he can't drop 20 on the Clippers. That's just pretty simple math right there, you feel me? And then let's get to this motherfucking college shit. Because it's March Madness and I'm mad, nigga. First best choice of the day, Florida Gulf Coast University versus Lipscomb. Totals all. Vegas gave this game 150.5. We're going to bring it down 10 points to 140.5. This is the beginning of the ASUN conference tournament. So both teams are going to give their best efforts and make sure that they don't drop so they don't get eliminated from the tournament. Next best choice is Southern Mississippi versus Texas State. Totals all. Vegas gave this game 138.5. We're going to bring it down to 10 points to 128.5. This is an elimination round in the Sun Belt Conference. Winner go home for them kids. So regardless, basketball careers could be over. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to leave it all on the court tonight. And with that being said, we're going to take the overs totals off. And then our next choice is UT Martin versus Tennessee State. This is the semifinals for the OVC conference. 2 more games and they got their tickets punched to the NCAA tournament. You could bet your motherfucking ass that they're going to go as hard as they motherfucking can. We're going to bring that game down 10 points off. And then our next best choice is UIC versus Murray State. Totals off. Vegas gave this game 148.5. Bring it down 10 points to 138.5. This is the quarterfinals for the MVC conference. And you know they're going to put their best foot forward to make sure that they basically only need 3 more wins and they're in the tournament. So both teams are going to leave it all they got. And Vegas only gave the spread 1.5. So that's indicating that Vegas knows it's going to be competitive for sure. And then our last choice for today, Valparaiso versus Dayton. This is the other game of the quarterfinals of the MVC conference. Like same scenario, 3 games and they got their ticket punched. Winner go home. They don't want to drop the bag. And that's what it is. Rome like the city. SYNDI.sports. Shout out my friends, fam subscribers. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like. You know. Rome City outro.